How do we set intentions for manifesting that are not based in fear, in doubt, worry, and lack? We're going to talk about this today. It's Tom Karen with the Be Something Wonderful studio of Higher Consciousness, where we help you level up and become the best version of yourself. Welcome back, creators. I got another great Manifesting Without Effort episode. This is about setting your intentions. Now we're getting into the actual mechanics of manifestation, but really not mechanics, they're within you. This is what you are. This is what you should be doing. It's going to be natural soon. So one of the ways that we get tripped up on our manifestations, one of the reasons we don't attract what we want, why we're not, the things that we want, that we most desire are not coming to us, is we set our intentions while we're in a state of fear or we're opposite of what we want. For instance, if you want wealth, if you want abundance, if you set your intentions where you're feeling lack, where you're feeling need, where you're feeling broke, then the intentions are laced with that vibration, and you're going to get more lack, you're going to get more need, and you're going to be even more broke. So that's very important. You've got to get into that state of awareness that we talked about in one of the previous videos. That higher God consciousness, that state that's abundant, right? That's an abundant state. That's a clear state. That's a healthy state. That's a state of freedom, a state of abundance, a state of joy. That's what you want to set your attentions from. That's very important. This is one of the number one things that trip us up, right? We get in, we're not in the right place. We're in the ego mind. The ego mind, that's where all your fears are, and none of them are true. Even if you do feel, if you have no money in the bank account, it doesn't mean you're not abundant. It doesn't mean you're not wealthy. There's so many things that you can look towards, that you can see that abundance. Once you see that, then the other stuff comes. The money in the bank, the girl, the guy, the husband, the wife, whatever it is that you're desiring, the travel, the job. So it's very important that you get to that awareness center, that higher state, before you set your intentions. If you set your intentions otherwise, you're in the ego mind, you're going to get more of the fears and the doubts and the worries that the ego has. The ego will never rest. It will always say, yeah, but what about this? What about that? Oh, but I can't start a business. You don't have enough money. It will be talking to you, telling you don't have enough money. You don't have enough. You're not intelligent enough. You're not educated enough. That's what the ego does. It keeps beating you on that. Those are not true. All of those thoughts, guys. Once you start questioning the thoughts and then letting them float by, then you can move out of the ego mind into this higher awareness, into this state that many spiritual teachers call the not knowing state, meaning the ego thinks it knows it all. It knows that you can't make it. It knows that you don't have money. It knows that the job's not coming. So you want to get into the not knowing, the infinite possibilities. A state of not knowing is a beautiful place to be. So it's a state of abundance, clarity, joy, peace. That's what you want to be. It's the not mind that some spiritual teachers call it, right? And this is where you want to set your intentions. It's not from lack. It's not from worry, frustration, or overwhelmingness, right? If you're overwhelmed, you're not going to get there. Any of these states means you're not in that awareness center. You're not in that higher state. You're in the ego state. That's where overwhelming is. It's with the ego. That's where lack is. That's where worry is. It's all with that mind, that busy mind of the ego. And it's not even real. That's the whole thing, guys. None of that is real. It's not the true essence of who you are. The true essence is not the ego mind. That is outside of who you really are. It's an image. It's a play, and that's a character that you're playing. But it's not who you really are. You just need to know that. So that you're not unworthy. It doesn't matter what you've done or haven't done in life. You're perfect as you are, and you can get into this awareness anytime. So when you set your intentions, don't put heaviness on them. Any type of resistance is from the ego. It's that ego mind. Anytime you have resistance on your intentions, anytime you start doubting your intentions, or you feel any heaviness with it, that's from the ego. They want to be carefree. It's a carefree resoluteness. It's a knowing, not a knowing, that it's done. That's your belief in who you really are. Once you believe in that abundance that you are, that clarity that you are, that peace and love that you are, then you know, once you set your intention. And carefree resoluteness, that came from Vadim Zeland and the other book, Reality Transfer. And we'll talk more about his book at another point. We have a few videos on it. But he talks about a carefree resoluteness. Don't place so much importance on it because it's already done. It's a done deal. You don't place importance, like going to the mailbox. You know the mail's gonna, you know that if you got mail, it's gonna be there. And you don't put a lot of importance on it, right? Like brushing your teeth or you know, you don't put a lot of importance on it. It's a done deal. Make a light intention for what you want. It doesn't mean it's not important to you. It means you're not putting importance on it. There's a difference. So if you put too much importance on it, it makes it harder to come to you. You put resistance on it. It's important to you in the sense that, yeah, I know it's going to come. I know it's mine. That's how you want to do it. It's a light intention. It's a lightness to it. Doesn't mean it's not an important intention. And the universe knows. The ego wants to keep telling the universe, but I need it. I want it. And that is coming from lack, right? The ego doesn't trust the universe to bring it. The ego wants to do it itself. It wants to physically wrestle it to the ground. That's what most of your manifestations come from, probably, in your day-to-day. You wrestle these small, minor, limited manifestations in your life. Even if it is a lot of money or a big job or a lot of success in business, it's still minuscule compared to what you can do when you're connected. So let's talk about that. So it's not force, it's not willpower, it's directing. We're directing the energy. Focus, it's focusing on what you want, but not a heavy focus, a light focus, a resolute focus, right? A carefree focus. And make it simple, make your intention simple. If it's a house or a car or money or a relationship, stay where you want. Be as specific as you want without resistance. If it's too specific and you feel a lot of resistance, back off and just make it general. The universe knows what you want. You don't have to, it's not even like you have to verbally ask. The universe knows who's listening. So keep your intention simple. You don't have to keep asking. Right? That's another thing. The reason we keep asking is that's the ego not believing it's coming. And that gets you, and that piles resistance on your path. Okay? Stay resistance free. Keep your ego and your ego mind out of it. Right? And keep it, it's unconditional, right? Your intention's unconditional. There's no story attached to it. I need this money because. I need this relationship because I'm lonely. Once you do that, once you attach a story to it, that weighs it down with resistance and all of those feelings of fear and worry and ego, and your ego gets in mind. You're activating your mind again as soon as you put a story to it. Just set your intention, the pureness that you know you're going to have it, and like you already have it. We've talked about this, right? Pure intention, no heaviness, no resistance. So guys, this is manifesting without effort. This is setting your intentions from the inner state. If you set them from the ego state, it's weighed down with all that resistance, all that worry, all that fear. The ego can't help but get involved and poke its nose in to your business and try to say it's not going to happen. You need to force it. You need to physically do something. You need to take massive action right now, even though you don't know what that is. And this is what puts resistance. This is what gets you frustrated or fearful or panicking, or anxiety, right? Brings a lot of anxiety. Anytime you're feeling any of that, you're not in that state of clarity, of joy, of awareness. Anytime you're feeling any knot in your stomach or anything that's off, then you're not there. You're letting the ego mind take over. That's what I wanted to share with you right now, guys. We'll talk more about this. Yeah, we're gonna hit this harder. But now we're gonna take our next step on manifesting with our next lesson. Until next time, guys, this is Tom Karen with the Be Something Wonderful studio of Higher Consciousness, where we help you level up and become the best version of yourself. Don't forget to subscribe, hit the notification bell, and comment and share our videos. That's how we get our message out with great love. This is Tom with Be Something Wonderful. Until next time.